Here we go. 1, 2. You know, Jim, we didn't listen to him when he said that the ice was gone. The big lawmakers had the studies and papers, and they said, well, he's gotta be wrong. We kept on making and we kept on taking while the warnings kept piling on. So sorry for that. We tried to turn back, but we waited just a little too long. I say, take me down to the water. Tell me about the good old days. Tell me about the time when the air was fine, skies weren't covered in haze. And tell me about the bees and the big oak trees, and how the rivers ran free and clear. And tell me why we just closed our eyes and how we ended up here. Took all the oil from under the soil while the boys were planning the war. We screamed and hollered, but the big old dollar, well, it kept them drilling for more. We started to choke from the factory smoke, and they said it's all part of the plan. There's nothing to fear, cause when we run out here, we'll just take it from the northern lands. I say, take me down to the water. Tell me about the good old days. Tell me about the time when the air was fine and the skies weren't covered in haze. And tell me about the bees and the big oak trees, and how the rivers ran free and clear. And tell me why we just closed our eyes and how we ended up here. We had a TV screen, movie queens to keep it all off our minds. The desert was burning, but the world kept turning, and we said, well, it's gotta be fine. Exotic places and plastic faces to show us who we're supposed to be. And then one day it was time to pay, and we found out nothing was free. I say, take me down to the water. Tell me about the good old days. Tell me about the time when the air was fine and the skies weren't covered in haze. Tell me about the bees and the big oak trees, and how the rivers ran free and clear. Tell me why we just closed our eyes and how we ended up here. And tell me why we just closed our eyes